Today we're going to be learning about key signatures. So in the lesson, we'll be discussing what a key signature is, what it does. We'll also learn the order of sharps and flats, because every key signature has sharps and flats. And then we'll also learn to identify any major key signature. So a key signature is information at the beginning of a piece that consists of sharps or flats. So if you're playing a piece, you will normally see your clef, your time signature, and you'll also see a couple of accidentals. So a key signature will tell us the key of the piece, and it will also tell us how many sharps or flats we should play in that particular piece. So here we have only one sharp, F sharp. So this tells us that only Fs in this piece will be sharp. Everything else will be natural. Here we have two flats, and if this was another piece, it would tell us that Bs and Es are all flat. So all Bs and all E flats will be flat, and everything else will be natural. So if you have an F in there, it's going to be natural. If you have a G in there, it's going to be natural. Now, when you play music, you're going to encounter 15 major keys. There's 15 in total. There's 7 sharp keys, G, D, A, E, B, F, and C sharp major. And there's 7 flat keys, F, B, E, A, D, G, and C flat major. C major is neutral. C major has no sharps or flats. So it does not belong to either the sharps or the flats. So you're either going to have one of these 7 sharp keys or one of these 7 flat keys, or you're not going to have anything in your key signature, all natural. One of the quickest ways of learning key signatures is by memorizing the order. All sharp keys will always be in this exact order: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, and B sharp. So if a composer wants a D sharp in their piece, then their key signature has to have F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. The order of sharps are a lot easier to memorize if you use a mnemonic device. I use father, Charles, goes, down, and ends, battle. So if you look at a key signature, father, Charles, goes, down, and ends, battle. So depending on your clef, treble, bass clef, or alto clef, you can use this mnemonic device to quickly figure out what your sharps are. Using the same mnemonic device, you can also figure out your order of flats. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and F flat. Battle, ends, and down goes Charles's father. Notice how it's the same exact mnemonic device for our sharps, except it's flipped around. So if I approach this here, I'll know that it's battle, ends, and down goes Charles's father. So B, E, A, D, G, C, and F flat. So we're going to be working with identifying keys with sharps. There's 3 steps to do this. The first step is finding the last sharp in your key signature, then going up a half step and a letter name. And whatever your arrival note is, that's going to be the name of your major key. So let's put that into practice. So here I have my piano keyboard for reference, so you guys can visually see my half steps. So we're going to try these 3 examples here. So let's follow our steps and figure out these 3 keys here. So find the last sharp in your key signature. Okay, so here's my key signature. My last sharp is F sharp, father. So F sharp is my first note here. So go up a half step and one letter name. So one letter name is G. Okay, so we're going to go up a half step now to check. So we're going to be at some sort of G. So we're at F sharp. And if we go up a half step, we're at G natural. So this key is G major. Let's try the next one. Find the last sharp in your key. So here's our key signature. We have F sharp and C sharp, Father Charles. So C sharp is my last sharp. Go up a letter name, it's going to be D. So our answer has to be some sort of D. Okay, so let's figure out. So C sharp, here's C sharp. Go up a half step, and we arrive at D natural. So our arrival note D tells us that this is D major. Let's look at the last example. We have 7 sharps. Father Charles goes down and ends battle. So B sharp is my last sharp. So go up a letter name, that takes us to C. So our answer is going to be some sort of C. Okay. Now let's find B sharp. Well, B sharp is actually another name for C natural. So here's our B sharp actually. So B sharp is the same as C natural. So we're going to go up a half step and we arrive at C sharp. So for this example, C sharp major is our key. Okay, let's work on keys with flats. Keys with flats are actually a lot easier than the sharps. There's only 2 steps. The first step is you find the second to last flat, and whatever that second to last flat is, that's going to be the name of your major key. Let's look at some examples. We're going to start off with this second example for now, and you'll see why in a sec. So let's follow these directions. So find the second to last flat in your key signature. So here we have battle ends, B flat and E flat. So E flat is my last flat, but my second to last flat is B flat. So our arrival is also the name of our key signature, B flat major. That's it. So you find the second to last flat, and that is the name of your key. So let's take a look at this last example here. Here we have 7 flats. Battle ends and down goes Charles's father. F flat is my last flat, but if we find our second to last flat, we actually know it's C flat. So here, C flat major is my answer. So we found F flat, and the second to last flat is actually C flat. So C flat was my answer. Now, there's an exception to this, and the only exception is going to involve this key here with 1 flat. You're going to have to memorize this one, and just know anytime you see 1 flat, it's always just going to be F major. Why? Well, because there's only 1 flat, so there is no second to last flat. This will be the only one where you have to just know that this is F major. All right, so today we learned that a key signature tells us what sharps or flats to play in a piece. We also learned the order of sharps and flats. We used our mnemonic device, Father Charles goes down and ends battle. And for flats, we learned battle ends and down goes Charles's father. And we learned how to identify major keys. So for sharps, we go up a letter name and a half step, and whatever note we arrive on, that's the name of our key. And for flat keys, we find the second to last flat, and that will be our key signature. So that's it, guys. That's how you figure out key signatures in any piece of music.